2 people who can't be here tonight. Anyway, we're always in our head thinking about things, managing things. Most women think about life as a series of to-do lists. What do we need to do today? I need to, and then they even start prioritizing self-care. I need to work out. I need to take a shower. I've got to get my hair cut. I need to shop. I need to buy this. I need to do all of this stuff. And we get so used to just checking the boxes day in and day out that we sometimes forget about our bodies. And when we're living in our bodies, when we're feeling into our bodies, when we're present with our emotions, that's where the juiciness of life happens. So I don't know if you've ever had that experience where it's maybe Christmas or a birthday party and you're in charge of it. And you plan the menu and you do the decorations and you get people seated in the right spot and you're managing it all night long. You're serving the wine, you're carrying the food, and then the night ends and you kind of go, I didn't really connect into that and enjoy it. I was managing it. I was serving it. I was doing it, but I wasn't being present. And that's a really common experience to have, whether it's at work or on a date night or seeing friends. It's so common for us to be caught up in our head and about what we need to say or what we need to do that we literally forget to feel and to stay present in that moment. So that's why I ask you, I challenge you during this time to create with your body, to create with your emotion. And like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be traditional burlesque. If you want to do something different, do it, but make it something with your body so you can feel it and move it and experience it, not just in your head. Yoga means yoke, and it yokes together the body and the breath. Yoga is focused on the chakra system. There are the main chakra systems that you might have seen in that pretty little light of the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo, and the violet, just that little series of chakras. Those are the main energy centers in the body. And you don't have to know anything about them or even believe anything about them. All you need to do is reflect on your own experiences in life. When you are experiencing heartbreak, are you sitting around like this? No. When you're experiencing heartbreak, you're covering those energy centers. You're protecting your heart. You may even turn a little bit sideways when you're talking to people because you're protecting your heart. The heart chakra is about love. It's about connection. If you were in, say, a male-dominated profession where you're always being shut down, it might be the throat chakra, which is your voice. And since you've been stuffed down, you might start physically closing off that throat chakra. You might start sitting like this. You might start doing this, or fiddling with a necklace or your collar, because your throat chakra is being blocked. So what I'm going to send you is a little description of the chakras and each energy. And I'd like you to look at your behaviors and what's going on this week and start paying attention to how you move. I can't figure it out. You're blocking that third eye chakra. Versus, I've got it. Let me tell you, I've got all of this clarity. I've decided to do this. I'm moving forward with this. I'm telling you this. That's the power of yoga, chakras, and the internal body energy. Burlesque is all about creativity, parody, sparkle, and fun. So when I said we've got two journeys, we've got that fun journey of creating the burlesque routine, and we're going to go more into burlesque in a moment. But that second journey is about the yoga and the chakras and the energy and that presence and being fully in your body. So you can do this workshop just as creating a burlesque routine and have a great time with it, or you can do this workshop on that yoga level, that energy, that yoking together the body and the breath and the emotions, and you can truly change your life. Like I said in the email, if you've heard about manifesting, the key to manifesting is feeling it, pretending that it's already happened, acting as if you have already received it. And that's what you can do in your burlesque routine. You can take that image of who you want to be, and you can create a routine that gets you there. And when you do that, you're experiencing it. Like I was saying, getting out of your head and into your body, you're experiencing it. You're walking like that person would walk. You're breathing like that person would breathe. You're doing the activities that that person would do. And then your mind says, oh, I've done this before. I can totally do this again. So it translates to your real life. And it makes you able to do the things that were previously difficult for you to do. Does that all make sense? Or, yay, okay, good deal. Now, I said we're gonna talk a little bit more about burlesque, so I wanna do that right now. Burlesque is a form of art. It's not striptease, it's a form of art. Saturday Night Live is a burlesque. If you think about what they do in Saturday Night Live, they take current events. They take things that are going on with politicians, with movie stars, with people in the public eye, with things that are happening around the world, and they mock them. They make a parody of them. They take a serious subject and they kind of turn it on its head, and they make you think about it in a slightly different way through humor. And some of that humor is, ha, 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 that is so funny. And some of that humor is more like, oh, whoa, I feel that. That's a burlesque. Burlesque comes from the root word burla, which means mockery or parody. The reason nudity, semi-nudity, it's never full nudity, is used in burlesque is because females' bodies have really been suppressed throughout the ages. Women are supposed to be virgins, right? Yet we're supposed to produce a lot of kids historically. Women could not inherit property. Women could not open bank accounts. Women could not get loans. Women were property for many, 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 many years. So you've got that history of women as property, women having no rights, and women's sexuality really being squished down and held captive. What are you going to start making fun of? You're going to start making that the parody. If you think about Victorian era burlesque, it's showing the female form. Wearing tights and showing your ankles was scandalous. They're mocking that there was suppression of the female form. So it's not about, woohoo, I'm going to rip my clothes off. It's that humor undercurrent of, women can't do this. Men can show their nipples, but women can't. Let's mock that. Let's make fun of that. So that's why when you use burlesque, there's some nudity involved. In your routine, I encourage you to strip out of whatever it is that's bothering you. Are you stereotyped and judged in certain ways? Where do you feel inhibited? Is it at work? Is it at home? Do you have this idea in your head about what a 50-year-old woman should do? About what a wife and mom should do? Start challenging some of those assumptions. And those are the assumptions that you can strip out of as you create your routine. I'm going to put some questions in the chat, and I want you to answer them. One, all, several. And I'd like you to answer them in the chat so we can all see where we are going with that. Because it takes time to kind of process that, what I want you to do is read those questions and start thinking about them. And as you're letting them percolate, I'm going to go through and I'm going to have us all introduce ourselves. And what I want you to do when you're introducing yourself to the group is say your name and where you're from, and either why you're here or what you hope to get out of this experience. So that way, as you're listening to other people, as you're talking, these questions can also be percolating. And then when we're done, you can go ahead and put your answers in the chat. So I am just going to do it in my screen order. Jennifer, you are first. Your name, who you are, where you're from, why you are here, or what you hope to get out of it.
My name is Jennifer Nelson, and I'm from Indiana. And I decided to take a class because I really like yoga, doing yoga. And I've always been interested in the burlesque. I actually 3 years ago had bariatric surgery and have lost 260 some pounds. And so I started doing yoga to basically get to know my body again, because I, really didn't know who I was in this thinner body. And I had always, kind of wanted to do burlesque, but was always kind of intimidated, by it. Even though I, had gone to several ones and the women were just, ordinary everyday women. And so it was like, I think I could do that anyway, but that's why I'm here.
Oh, yay. Welcome. I hear you on getting to know your body again. It's like we all change. And when we're up here living life, then it's hard to look down sometimes and be like, oh, wow, who am I? Yeah. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Gina, you are next on my list.
Okay. Hi, I'm Gina Santamaria, and I live in, these glasses are driving me nuts. I live in, where do I live? St. Petersburg, Florida. And I love dancing. Have always loved to dance, and now I've incorporated it into my business. And I'm fascinated by burlesque. I loved that one. What was that one with Christina Aguilera?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that movie or video. What was it? It was a movie, right? With Cher. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to putting something together. It's been a while since I've put together a dance routine.
Yeah.
And performing is like really cool.
It is. It is so much fun. And yes, you are going to put together not only a fun dance routine, but a really important life routine. So welcome.
Thank you.
Red, you are next.
Hi. So I do burlesque already. So my burlesque name is Red Velvet, and I live in San Francisco. And it seemed like a new way to approach this. And sometimes, you know, even though I love burlesque and it's fun, sometimes I feel a lot of pressure, and it stops being fun because it becomes a thing I have to do to improve, or I have to get better, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. So, so yeah, that's why.
Perfect. Well, this will be fun. So and there's no perfection here. So welcome, welcome. And then Mina, you are next.
Hi, I'm Mina Murray. I'm from Boston. Like Red Velvet, I am also a burlesque performer, have been for a long time. I'm looking for a new and different perspective because I believe in continuing education and self-improvement. Also, lately I've been feeling a little blocked in my creativity, a little stagnant in my burlesque routines, and I think an outside perspective could help me a lot. Yeah. Also, my mom is a yoga practitioner, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about it since I can't see her anytime soon.
Right, right. And yeah, I think this whole pandemic has blocked a lot of creativity for all of us. Yeah. Trish, you are next.
Unmute. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm really new to Zoom. I'm Trish Biggio and I live in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I just wanted to get in this because I've been, you know, just trying to get myself together a little bit. So I got my cosmetology license a few years ago, and then I decided to go in and get my barber's license. So I just got that, and started with a really great salon that's pretty new. And I don't know, right there, it's kind of a little bit of a stuffy atmosphere. It's a good salon, but it's just a little bit stuffy from what I'm used to. And I just want to have a way to just kind of be myself a little bit more.
I love that. Well, you found the right place.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, Vanessa, you are up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Vanessa. I am in Long Beach, California, and I'm taking burlesque because I want to kind of be more in my body. I'm always in my head, and I found that like I've just become really disconnected. And for some reason, I've always loved feathers. So.
Oh, perfect. Well, yeah, this will definitely connect you to your body. So welcome. Risa, you are next.
Hi guys, what's the question?
Hi, welcome. I know you just jumped in. Your name, where you're from, and why you're here, or what you hope to get out of the class.
Okay, well, my name is Sharisa, Risa for short. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was browsing through Eventbrite and I saw yoga and how do you pronounce it?
Burlesque.
Burlesque. Yes, I saw that. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
yes, I saw burlesque, and I'm trying to find different coping mechanisms to just allow me to relax and de-stress. And I know yoga is good for that, and it allows you to just think better and have a healthier life. So that's why I signed up.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that. And yes, creativity also really helps with stress. And sometimes people think it's superfluous. We get so trained into, if it's not serious, it's not worthwhile. But the truth is, unless you're having fun and you're engaging that right brain creative place, you're literally only living on half of your brain. And you're not going to be as effective at work, and you're going to be more stressed out. So absolutely, play and creativity are important. Okay, so go back to the chat if you have had a chance to look at some of those questions. I'd like you to type into the chat some of the answers. And the questions are, how are you or have you been controlled? That can be controlled by the patriarchy, your family, your religion, your partner, by yourself. How are you or have you been controlled? Then this is kind of a deep one. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What taboos do you want to break in order to feel free? How have you not felt safe or right being you? I think that's a big one for women. If we are overweight, underweight, if we have messy hair, if we're too sexy, oh my gosh, somebody's going to rape us if we look too good and our skirt is too short. All of the ways that you have not felt safe or right being you. And then how have you covered up who you are in order to fit in? And I'm putting a few words in Trisha's mouth, but when she said she was at a salon that was a little more stuffy, that's one of the ways that we cover up. And you don't have to answer all of the questions, just pick a few, the ones that really resonate with you. And while you're doing that, I'll tell you, I was a corporate attorney for 10 years. And I had an experience in the student law office where I went to court. I represented my very first client with my advisor by my side. It's a phenomenal program, but I was 24 at the time and I looked good and I was in shape. I won the case. I won the case because of my research, because of my brains, because of my skill. The judge called me into his chambers after I won the case, and I thought he was going to congratulate me. I thought he was going to say, good job, you're going to be an amazing lawyer, keep up the good work, student lawyers never win. I thought it was going to be that, but oh no. He said, have you considered wearing your hair up? Your legs are pretty distracting. Maybe you should wear pants instead of a skirt when you come to court. All of his feedback was the way I looked. So because of that experience, I wanted to succeed in the legal world. I covered myself. I was not inappropriate. I'm not inappropriate now, but I covered myself in order to fit in. So let's go ahead and see who some of these comments. Oh, yay, Gina, and I'm just going to read these out loud. I tend to choose boyfriends or husbands who are controlling. I'm done with that. I'm afraid of not being successful as an entrepreneur. Taboo I want to break is that I'm too old. Amen, I'm 51. I almost always felt safe and feel myself. I tend to be a chameleon. Yes, me too, depending on the people I'm around. I can blend in with many types of people. I'm comfortable with many. Yes, I totally hear ya. Mina, afraid of failing, afraid of humiliation. Former perfectionist right here. I getcha. Red Velvet, family and self. Yes. I'm afraid of being out of control. Yes. I'm not comfortable needing help or showing my vulnerabilities. Isn't that the truth? Because when we show our vulnerabilities, we are instantly perceived as weak. And nobody wants to be the weak woman, right? But a man, they can ask for help and we can't. Trish, I've tried to live up to the confines of being a wife and mom. Yes, I'm supposed to act a certain way. Yes, and think a certain way and be satisfied by certain things, right? I'm not that way and it's frustrating. Wanted to break that. Okay, perfect. New ones. Vanessa, always been shy and quiet. I thought that being in the background meant being safe. Oh, no kidding. I also come from a family that does not celebrate themselves. Yes, and stays in the background. Mina, I've hidden my age for so long. Yes, 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 yes. Risa, oftentimes I feel controlled by my family. I'm afraid of not living to their standards. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Let's see who is the first one to respond? Gina, yay! You get a copy of you get a choice. You get a copy of one of my downloadable hour-long meditations. So I will hook up with you after and I'll let you pick which one you get. So yay! Thank you for being brave and getting yourself out there. Okay, take what you wrote And I want you to think about where that energy lives in your body. The root chakra, I'm going to stand up. The root chakra is around here. It's around the hips, the pelvis, okay? Its color is red, and that is all about safety and security. If your issue is around safety and security, that is the chakra for you to focus on. The next chakra, right in here, is like the uterus around in there. That's all on sweetness and joy and sensuality and creativity. Having a baby is the ultimate act of creation. Sex is the ultimate act of creation. So if you're kind of pulled in that pleasure, orange, that is that sacral chakra. That's for you. Next chakra up is yellow, and that is right in here, the solar plexus. And that is your power center. People sometimes mistake the power stance for a jutted chest, and that's not it. The power stance is opening that solar plexus, because if you're punched in the solar plexus, you go down, right? So when we're in our power, we're saying, I am safe. You had mentioned safe. I'm safe. I'm safe being visible. Open that yellow solar plexus versus, oh, you can't hurt, you can't punch me. I need to hide and stay invisible. Green is heart. Gina, I know you had mentioned some relationship things, protecting the heart. So green, think about where you can bring that out. Throat is your voice, saying what you think, saying what you feel, asking for help, showing your vulnerabilities, saying, I'm wrong, I don't know, I'm afraid I'm going to fail, I'm putting all my money into this new endeavor and I don't know if it's going to work out or not. Blue, throat, voice. Third eye is indigo, and it's about seeing the future. It's about not knowing what you want, not knowing what you want to create, not knowing, just saying, it's not this, it's not this, it's not, I don't know what it is, but it's not this. And then your crown chakra is your connection to the divine. So for most of us, our blocks are in one of the lower chakras. Most of us are okay up in here, but most people's routines are working on one of these lower chakras. So process that this week. Think about what you just wrote in the chat. Think about what area it corresponds to. And as you are working on your routine, focus on moving that chakra. Focus on breathing through that chakra. So if I'm doing the heartbreak relationship one, I'm going to be doing some chest moves. I'm going to be using that energy around my heart. If it's my voice, I'm going to be doing some neck, some throat, and I'm going to put the energy there. If it's on the sweetness and the security, that's that sacral, I'm going to be moving, I know I'm close, I'm going to be moving through the belly. If it's safety and security, it's going to be some more like hip bumps and big movement of that chakra. So think about your problem that you want to overcome and which chakra it corresponds to. And as we do a little bit of movement to close out the class today, you're going to be moving through that chakra. So make a note, write it down, let me know, let you know which chakra it is. Okay, so when we create a routine, what do you think is the first thing that we need to do? Anybody? Anybody? No ideas? What's the first thing you need to do?
Pick a song.
That is absolutely a very important piece of it, yes. Anybody else? Nope. We'll go with Gina's. Pick a song. Okay, that's actually the second thing you need to do. So how would you pick a song? How would you, look for a story. There you go, Mina. Yes. How would you pick the song? Because you need to know what you're saying, right? You can just pick a song because it's fun, but what does that song say? So what is your intention for the routine that you're going to create over the next 4 weeks? What do you want to say? I encourage you to think about your chakra, think about your problem, and think about what you want to say with that. Go back to the chat. So, Risa, if yours is, oftentimes I feel controlled by my family. I'm afraid of not living up to my family standards. That's your fear. So where do you want to go? Do you want to be free, uncontrolled? Do you want to live up to your own standards? Mina, you talk about hiding your age, being proud. So do you want to be proud? Is your routine going to be about being proud? Vanessa, you talk about being shy and quiet and kind of blending into the background. What do you want to be? Do you want to be front and center? Do you want to celebrate? Do you want to be extroverted, or do you want to be present? Go back and look at what you wrote and what is on the other side of that. Red, you talked about showing your vulnerabilities. Maybe your routine is about asking for help, showing your vulnerabilities. Was it Mina? Yeah, afraid of failing and humiliation. How could you have a routine that leans into that? Is it a routine where you fail and you humiliate and you rise up? Or is it a routine about transcending the fear and being okay with not rising up? So that is your intention. And absolutely, you were correct, Gina. Once you figure out your intention, then what is the song that's going to help you carry that intention forward to create the routine? So what I want you to do, first of all, do you know what chakra is related to your problem? Thumbs up if you do, and if not. Yeah. Okay. Even if you don't know, pick one for the purpose of this exercise and we'll just move through it. Do you know, or are you still pondering? That's okay too. Do you know what the story of this routine is going to be about? What the intention is? What the message? What are you saying? Are you like, oh yeah, I'm right there? Are you still like, I'm not sure which way I'm going to take it? Yeah. Oh, Gina, which chakra is related to confidence or lack of? Great question. Couple of different things. It could be voice and it could be the solar plexus, because the solar plexus is your power. So is the lack of confidence that I don't know what to say? I don't have the wisdom and the knowledge. Is it, I don't have the authority? I can't say that because I don't have the authority. Or root chakra could be about self-worth. Nobody's going to know what I'm saying. Nobody needs to hear from me. Does that help? It takes a while to think about it. What is that lack of confidence from? And the meditation that we'll do today will also help with that a little bit.
Could you repeat those last two again? I'm sorry.
There's
voice.
Yeah, voice. Solar plexus is power. I don't have the authority. I don't have the right degree. I'm not the right age. I don't have the right experience. I don't have the right car. It's about that. The lower one, the red, the root chakra is, I'm not worthy. Who would want to hear from me? I'm not even worthy as a human to stand here and to take up space. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is, with the information that you have, and I know I'm like fire hose, this is a lot of things. I want you to get comfortable. You can just lean back, whatever. We're going to go through the meditation on intention. And I want you to take your problem, the way you've been shut down. I want you to think about what it looks like on the other side of being shut down, of being free, of being uninhibited, of being outside the box, of being confident, of being worthy, of being beautiful, powerful, whatever it is. So go ahead and get comfortable. Close your eyes or look down. And just start relaxing your body. Relax your feet. Feel them in your shoes or in your socks. If they're touching the floor, feel them on the floor. Relax your lower legs. Sense the bone in the lower leg. Sense the muscle of the calf. And breathe. Become aware of your knees. Do they feel comfortable? Or is there an ache in your knees? Do you need to move and adjust? If you do, go ahead and move and adjust. Relax the tops of your thighs and feel them melt down around that thigh bone. Feel the hamstrings, the back of the leg, let go and relax. The bone of the lower leg, the thigh bone. And then try to sense every little tiny bone in the ankles, in the feet, and the toes, and let them relax. And just breathe. And thinking about the chakra, your chakra, the color that you are working on, whether it's red in the root for security, or orange in the low belly for pleasure and sweetness, yellow in the solar plexus for power, green in the heart for love, blue in that throat for your voice, indigo in the forehead, all around those eyebrows for your vision, for your clarity, for your ability to make clear, precise decisions, to trust yourself and not second guess. Or violet in the crown of the head, that is your divine connection to source, to spirit. Breathe in all of those colors, all of those chakras, and then turn your attention to your color. your chakra. And imagine, visualize, or pretend that that color is moving up from your hips, slowly up your spine, slowly up the sides of your ribs. And with every breath in, you take that color rises higher. That color becomes more intense. That color becomes stronger and more prominent all around until it gets to your shoulders and your neck. And then allow that color to float from the shoulders down that upper arm, down through the elbow, down through the forearm. Allow that color to move all the way in through the bone, through the muscle, through the skin, and to relax your arms and your shoulders completely. Just like you did with the feet, see if you can sense all of those bones in your hands and your wrists, and let them relax and move and flow. Notice your breath. And every time you breathe in your special color. And let it fill you. Let it infuse every cell with the power of presence, healing, and intention. Relax your jaw. You may even want to wiggle it a little bit. Your nose, your cheekbones, your ears, your temples, the bridge of the nose and your forehead. Feel your eyebrows. Feel every little hair follicle just relax. And you're going to take 3 intentional deep breaths. And with that first breath, you're going to breathe in that power, and you're going to release any constraints or inhibitions that in the past have been holding you back. And with your next breath, you are going to breathe in a new perspective, a new way of seeing things. And as you exhale, you will release your box, your confines. And your third breath, you're going to inhale any last tension or confusion. And as you let it go, you will breathe out stress. Let everything relax. And in your mind, I want you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that you have something to say. You have something to say that is important for other people to hear. You have a story to tell. And I want you to see that story inside of you. And that story might be coalescing because you might not exactly know what it is that you want to say, but you feel it. You feel that you've got some wisdom to share. You have got this story. And this is the story of you overcoming something. This is the story of you being on a journey. This is the story of you slaying dragons along the way. What is your story? It doesn't matter if it's fully formed. That's what this class is about. That's what this meditation is about. What is bugging you? What do you never want to have to deal with again? How do you want to express yourself? How do you want to show up? And how do you want to feel every night when you go to bed? How do you want to feel every day when you wake up? Do you want to wake up with energy and enthusiasm about what you get to do and what you get to create? Do you want to go to bed at night feeling satisfied that you did it and that you said it, that you showed up in a certain way? What is your intention? What is your story? Breathe. Feel your body. Feel if there's some discomfort in your body right now. Or feel if it's just peace. Feel if you're fully in the meditation or if you still have thoughts. It doesn't matter what's happening for you. It only matters that you notice what is happening for you and that you are aware and that you accept unconditionally what is happening for you in that moment. What is your intention and what is your story? And where are you in this story? You might see this story as a book on the shelf, in your hands, on your lap. Look at this book. Is it paperback or hardbound? Smell the pages. Do you smell that book binding, that ink? How heavy is this story? What's the cover look like? Is there a picture on it? Is it just a leather-bound volume with some gold? What does this story look like? Does it have a title? Flip through the pages and notice where you are at in this story. You're not done. You are somewhere in this story, and this is your story to tell. And now is your chance to tell your story. Breathe, relax. Feel the energy in your body. Feel the breath uniting the story that's going on in your head with the energy in your body. Move into the right side of your brain, the creative side, and connect it to the left side of your brain, the logical side. And in a few moments, I'm going to have you open your eyes And if you'd like to take some notes or put in the chat what came up for you, please do that, because writing things down helps solidify what's going on. Where are you in your story? What is the story you are telling, and what is your intention? One more deep breath. One more drop into your body. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and feel where you are at. What is your story? What is your intention with this routine? And where are you at along this journey? Go ahead and pop that in the chat. And please know, it's not supposed to be fully formed. And if you'd rather talk it than write it, turn your mic off and jump in. Sometimes I'd rather talk than write. Right, I thought of water and flow. Stable but fluid, strong and powerful but not static. I love that. So taking that intention, and oh, Trish, I feel like my story is duality all over the place. Oh, heck yes. Ooh, I love that. Mina, I thought I was going to be focusing on the heart, but it's the root. Surprised, but not yet. Yes. I am, but I'm not. Yes.
I guess I'd rather talk.
Please talk. Yes.
I really felt it coming when you were saying the meditation. I could really feel where I needed to come from. So I'm not sure if our chakra is supposed to be our strength or our weakness, but what I want to get out of this is confidence.
Yes.
And so I'm feeling from the solar plex. My color is definitely yellow. And that's great because I'm all about sunshine and happiness and positivity and all of that. And so what I'm my story is going to be to gain the confidence to finally be the entrepreneur that I want to be, because I'm just starting out and I don't have any clients yet or anything. So
Yes.
I don't have the confidence that tells me that I can do this. And I'm hoping to find that in this routine.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for that. And to answer your question around that, it is the transition, the journey of, so your chakra opening up. So it will be your confidence being from, I'm just starting and I really want to do it, but I'm not sure, to I'm sunshining all over the place.
Love it.
Okay. So yeah. So like Trish, duality, there's a lot that can be done with that too, because it is that duality of, I'm confident. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. I can't be judged that way. I'm going to put myself out there. I can't do that. So do you see what my body is just doing naturally as I talk? And that is one of the things in burlesque. It's give and take. If you have watched a burlesque routine, and even if you haven't, I'll send you some clips. It's about the tease. It's the art of the tease. So I am standing up here on stage and I'm in this outfit, and you know, because you're at a burlesque show, something's going to get shown, right? How boring if I'm just like, yeah, shirt off, pants off, here's my sock. That's not fun. There's no tease in that. The journey is what makes it fun. But in our regular life, we're all like, I need to succeed on Tuesday. I need to have, 15 clients and a relationship by Friday, and I need to lose 30 pounds by next weekend. Can I do that? Doesn't work that way. So it's the tease, and it's the journey, and it's that opening up. So Red Velvet was talking about flow and the water and the flow, and that can also be the flow of the journey from to. The river flows, the ocean flows. The ocean has that give and take, some of that duality that Trish was talking about. What is the trajectory of your routine? When you go to a burlesque show, at the end of the routine, somebody is going to be in pasties, maybe a corset, a G-string, you know what I mean? There's going to be some sort of reveal. But you don't know what it is exactly. You don't know how far they're going to go. You don't know if somebody's going to take off a jacket and there's going to be another jacket underneath. You don't know if somebody's going to, a double bra is a thing. Double gloves are a thing. Sometimes people do this big tease for the glove and they take it off and there's another glove underneath. And it's a tease. So that is the blossoming of your chakras, the opening of your energy, the flow of that journey. And for any journey you've been on, even labor, it expands and it contracts. You don't just say, oh, I'm having a baby, squish, and the baby comes flying out. You have contractions. It's always give and take, push and pull. You get in fights in relationships. You love your job, you hate your job. What is that push-pull? That's an authentic, real journey. So as you're doing your burlesque routine, you're creating this journey. You're having the highs and lows, you're having the tease. I'm going to show you my arm. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you this arm. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you my shoulder. So it's that tease of that opening up and that journey. And like I said, this is 2 levels. So it's more fun to watch when somebody's teasing you in a performance. And it's more fun to live a life where it's a tease. It's not a failure. It's a, didn't pass that exam. Tease, psych. I thought he was the one. And after 23 years, yeah, thumbs down. It's a tease. And I talk a lot in my coaching about burlesquing your world, because otherwise it's depressing. There's a whole heck of a lot of stuff going on, politically, socially. I don't know about you, but there have been many days where I'm really depressed, where I cry, where I feel hopeless. This is scary stuff. Why would I live in that place when I have the option of burlesquing it, of noticing some of the ironies, some of the parodies, of realizing pendulums are swinging, journeys are working, layers are being released. It makes it more fun. So thinking about where are you now, where you want to be, and how do you want to get there? In a teasing manner, not in a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am manner. Make sense? Okay, I'm gonna look through some of the comments. Orange, yes. Suppression of my inner voice, yes. So again, how suppressed are you? Have you made some steps along the way? Are you at the very, very beginning? Are you a quarter of the way? Are you halfway? Where are you at? Play with that. See the journey and see where it's going. Blossoming flower opening up. Yes. These are beautiful intentions. This is perfect. Now, we are going to, in the coming weeks, next week, we're going to do the music because Gina, you're absolutely right. You've got to start with that song. Your song says things, but you need to know what you want it to say. Your costumes will say things. You've got the color, blossom. Your costume might have flowers. Flow. Your costume might have water. Suppression. What is a costume that could represent some suppression? So start letting these things float around in your mind. No decisions have to be made. This week is all about intention. The only thing that has to be decided this week, by the end of this week, is what is your intention? What is my story? And what am I going to say? And what is the chakra that I'm working on? What do I need to infuse with more energy, more passion, more power, more clarity, so I can become the person that I want to be, say the things that I want to say, do the things that I want to do, have the things that I want to have? Yes? Are you ready to move? Me too. Okay, I'm going to flip my laptop around. If you need to move a chair or whatever, move. Move your stuff and let's get ready and flip it around. All righty. Move this too. You do not need any familiarity with yoga, with dance, with anything. So don't worry about that. Let me start the music. I wonder if, I should have tested this one out first. I just pulled up some music on Spotify. I wonder if Spotify works with the Zoom mic. It might not. If you need to stretch out a little bit, stretch out a little bit. My favorite music for doing yoga is Deva Premal. And I don't know if you know her, but she does a lot of, it's gorgeous. You'll hear it in a minute. All right. Can you hear that? Yeah? Yes? Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and stand up. And I want you to just move your body your way. Try to get in touch with every muscle. And I want you to notice how your breath feels when you move. When you reach up, you want to inhale. Notice if you have any thoughts that I don't want to look silly, or I wonder if I'm doing this right. And I want to assure you there is no right, there is no wrong. Just feel. And all we're going to do is start rocking side to side. And you can either do a shoulder roll or an elbow or a full arm. And as you're going side to side, breathe and move. And then take both arms up and extend the front of your body. Root those toes down. Open up the hip flexors. Press the hips gently forward and reach your palms and your face to the sky. Shake those knees out a little bit. Big inhalation. And then exhale, reach out, pulling forward into a forward bend. Bend your knees whenever you need to bend your knees. And then staying in that forward bend, just rock side to side. Bend your knees enough that you can get your hands on the floor. And that way you can start circling the shoulders, moving the spine, and breathing and feeling into your back body. And then slowly make it still. And put your hands either on the top of your knees or under your knees. And just breathe. And feel that stillness. And feel the feet on the floor. And start circling those hips. Circling those hips. And it doesn't matter which way you're circling them. Circle. And if it feels good to have your hands on your thighs for support, keep it there. And if you want to take your hands and move them, you can do that too. And this is your red. This is your safety and your security. And I want you to bravely move into the bigness and the power of that. And when you feel comfortable reversing it or changing the arms, do it. And I want you to feel strong and secure. And I want you to get a little bit wild if it feels good. So you've got a tail wag that can happen back there. And you can swirl. And you're taking that red chakra, that red powerful energy, and just breathing it through in a very uninhibited way and feeling how that feels in your body, in your back. And then slowly start bringing it back in, finding that moment of stillness, and both hands on the womb space. Breathe into the hands. This is your orange chakra. Creativity, sweetness, sensuality, pleasure. And I just want you to feel the sweetness of that breath coming all the way down and touching the inside. And you might need to push into your belly to remind yourself where this is. And then start scooping the pelvis under and back. Stirring up that belly. Feeling it. Breathing into it. And then where does that feel good for you? Is that a figure 8 with the hips? It's a little higher up. Maybe a little bit of ribs are happening too. Stretching. I like to do a stretch of the belly. Stretch, 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 stretch. If you actually think about the twerk, a lot of twerking is in that area of power right in here. Maybe some forceful exhalation. Where does it feel good in there? It sounds funny, but send the breath into the uterus. Shifting that weight, stirring it up. Where does it feel good back here also? Oh, we forget about the backs of our bodies. All of these moves that we're doing are just intuitive, innate, flowing moves. And I want you to incorporate these when we get to the choreography piece of your routine based on your color and your chakra. Find that stable place. One hand root, one hand sacral, and then move right up here to the solar plexus. Tighten it, Tighten the muscles under those fingers. Push in. That's your power. Lift the ribs. Contract. Lift. Contract. Lift. Contract. Lift. Contract. Lift. Contract. Now bring those arms out. Start sliding it. Side to side. Push away. Push. 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 Now, you can be pushing it away to the front, to the side, to the back. And as you're doing this, yellow, yellow, push that power out. Make your power bigger and stronger and knock away anything, anyone that is taking your power from you. And as you're doing that, when you become powerful, notice how it releases all those lower chakras. You've got the creativity, you've got the pleasure, you've got the security, and that lower body is free. And stomp your feet a little bit, a heavy march. Feel the reverberation coming up your legs. You can do a step tap, 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 tap. You can twirl. Do whatever feels good, but it's that power. That power. Tapping it. And coming to that place of silence. Hands on the heart. 1 foot in front, 1 foot back. Breathe. And open that heart. Reach those arms around the circle. Open that heart. Feel love. Feel sadness and heartbreak melt down. And you can even take that heartbreak and that energy and push it down. You can brush it off of your arms. The arms are an extension of that heart. Let it go. Shake it off. Shake it away. And open up to whatever is beautiful. And when you have your heart and your solar plexus, that's when you fly. Because you've got the power. You're expressing your vulnerabilities. You're safe. You've got your wings. And sometimes our wings work this way as extensions of our shoulder blades. And the shoulder blades can flap. And sometimes our wings carry us up this way. And sometimes we soar. And when we soar, we're able to connect all of the chakras, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and we fly. And as we fly in our power, we learn things. We learn from our soaring. And then we can pause, hands on the heart, hand on the voice, and we can express, whether it's in song or in voice. But we can open up the throat, and you can put your hands on your head for support, or you can do some of your own gentle head moves. But it's your voice, that openness, telling your story of your blossoming, of your flow, of your power. And move your jaw. Open and close your mouth. We're so roar. Make it big. And yawn. And push through those ears. Move that lower jaw side to side. That is your voice. Let it out. Let it soar. Your song, your voice, your wings, your power, and it's brave to turn your back. Cover all your space. See everything that's around you. And this is your blue. Your voice is blue, like the sky that you're soaring in. Open. You can get low and high. You can swoop and up. If you know technical yoga like sun salutations, it's enlivening all the chakras when you do the forward fold and the look up and the swan dive. It's connecting all of those chakras. Return to a place of stillness. Hand on the third eye, hand on the crown. This is your connection to divinity and your vision for the future. Breathe. Close your eyes. Set your intention. My intention is to break free. My intention is to be visible. My intention is to own my power and soar. My intention is. Breathe it in. Don't overthink it. Just set it. And now let that intention pull around your energy field. As high up as you can reach, as high to the side, that is your energy field. Pull that intention into your energy field. Let it cover your feet, cover your legs. My intention is to soar. Say what it is for you. Pull it in. Now touch your body too. Feel it. Push it into those muscles. Push it into the skin like lotion. Push it in to the organs and the body. Feel yourself. This is your body. Your body is your vehicle to create. Push it in. On your back. On your tush, on your belly. Put it everywhere. Under your arms, behind your neck, through your hair. My intention is to soar. I want you to take a few more breaths, and I want you to move into the biggest, boldest version of what it looks like to live your intention. Is it soaring? Is it being powerful? Is it being present? Is it being still? Is it being trusted? Move into that. And then slowly bring it in. Both feet rooted, palms open. Yoga Tadasana. Hold those palms forward. Bring them forward. Hold that intention. Breathe. Raise that intention up to the sky. And settle it into your heart, into your solar plexus, into your root, wherever it needs to be in your body. Pushing it in. Hands at namaste. Breathe in your color. Breathe in your intention. And so it is. Go ahead and return to seated if you would like to, or if you still have a little movement left in you. Go ahead and take that divine movement. And before we talk, feel how you feel. And you might want to take notes. You might want to write down my intention is. Just notice and breathe. All right. I am not going to call on you for this, but I'd love you to unmute your mic and for you to share how that feels or what your intention is or anything about that experience before we close out.
Well, I'd like to I'd like to share that that was friggin' fantastic. I mean, how often do we just let go of everything and reach all the way up to the sky and say things? And I was learning all this chakra stuff that I didn't know. So it was very liberating, releasing, purifying. I absolutely loved it that way. And sharing it with you guys was even more amazing because we're all doing the same thing. We're just like a big mastermind of people and synergy and all of that shit. You know, it was just wonderful. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yes, because who at first had that experience of, oh, I'm going to do it wrong? Did anybody have? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then a few minutes in, you're like, oh, we're just kind of playing around. It does feel so good. And again, if you weren't able to totally let go this week, that's okay. You know, it just shows you, oh, I'm still way too much in my head. I'm still too much in my left brain. And that's information. You're not a failure if you weren't flowing and loving it. It's information. Oh, I was really too caught up. That's information. What will I do next? So who's going to go next? Trish.
It felt like recess almost.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it was fun to do that just because, you know, I was looking at myself in there going, okay, nope, that doesn't look really good. And then I thought everybody else is doing the same thing, so why not?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I love that because as kids, we're uninhibited. We run and we climb and we have our face in a certain way. And as adult, we're like, am I doing this? Are my legs crossed?
Do I look? Do I look? Do I look? Do I look?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, are my jowls sagging? Is there spinach in my teeth? We're so focused on that. And it's just not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Who else? I'll start calling on people in a minute here.
So,
yeah.
I felt super lightweight and free. Like, I don't know, when we started envisioning like our intentions, mine is to be more vocal and to use my voice more. So the throat chakra. So I was just imagining like that coming to me and just being as if I was already doing it. You know, it was very relaxing.
Good. Yes, it is, because the energy field around our body is a real thing. Just because we can't see it with our eye doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's like saying the microwave doesn't exist because we can't see microwave radiation. We get stressed and we get that energy static around our body. And moving like this, our body knows what to do to reset itself. When we give it the opportunity to move in an intuitive way, we release all that stress and anxiety and we feel better. So yes, absolutely right on. Yeah, Red.
So I really liked the touching and the focusing through the chakras because it did make me feel more connected. And I started feeling the power like I know how to use the muscle groups individually. I know how to, you know, like I sing, but it really, I felt connected and strong in a way that I don't usually let myself feel.
Good.
And that was really powerful.
Good. Good. Thank you. Yes. Touch is huge. You know, when our skin is our biggest organ, and touching and moving that intention really helps. So thank you. And Mina, I had heard your cat, so I didn't know if there was something.
God, it's hard to express. I was realizing that a lot of my feelings of being blocked and being uncreative is because I've sort of been faking it. Like, I'm pretending to be sexy on stage, but I'm not feeling sexy. Like I've for a while, I think, been cut off from my natural sexuality and my ability to express it.
Yes. Amen. Because what are we fed in the media? Sexy is looking like a Barbie doll, having boobs up to here, a waist into here, and moving like this. But that's not how we might feel sexy. So I love that, because looking it and feeling it are so different. And that's true with any emotion too. Do you look, you know, Gina was talking about her business and, you know, entrepreneurship. Do you feel it or do you look it? And how does it feel and how does it look? And I love that. Thank you. Jennifer and Vanessa, I don't know if either of you have anything to share.
I felt it was very restorative. It
Yes.
was like that inner child, you know, and stuff. It kind of, you know, because it was playful and like you said, uninhibited, and you know, it was just, I just felt it like in the soul, you know, and it just felt very restorative and stuff there.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Restorative is a great word. Yeah.
I felt like I released a lot. Like I just kept yawning like continuously. But I felt really good. Like I would find myself like smiling.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Good. Yeah, I love that. And there is something about a yawn, that energetic release. So yes, thank you. Couple of different things. I'm going to send you the video in this week. If you have a chance, just fast forward to the part where we're all dancing and see how pretty it looks. I don't know if you noticed it, but it looks beautiful. And I'm a former ballet dancer. I danced ballet when I was in college, or when I was before college, high school and all that stuff through college. And I get really locked up into the technical stuff. I get really locked up into the choreography. It's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And I get it locked into my head. And it can be technically precise, but it's not beautiful. And that's to Mina's point. It doesn't matter if you're perfect and doing it. It matters if you're feeling it and being it. So that's my charge for you guys this week. Be it. Notice what you're feeling. Allow your body to be how it is. Allow your face to be how it is. Spend the week moving into the energy, noticing the chakras, thinking about the colors, and giving yourself the opportunity to move. Also, set your intention. What is your story? Because next week, we're going to be working on figuring out the song. So I want you to start working on what is your story. The homework is in the handout that I sent you, and figuring out the song that goes with that story. What is your intention? What is your story? And what is some music that can convey that message? We just moved energy. Music is energy. You want the energy of your story, the energy of your intention to be carried on the same energy of the music. Power, presence, voice, inhibition. It can be funny. You know, we started at the beginning, burlesque is a parody. It's funny. It can be serious. It can be sad. This is your journey. What are you going to make of it? Anybody else have any questions before we close out for the night? Reach out to me this week via email if you've got any questions about your homework. And otherwise, next week, same time, same place, and I will send you the link to the video. Have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for being here. And I'd love you to take off your mics and say goodbye so we can hear everybody's voices, because that's part of this too.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 See you next week.
Meditation.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yep. I'll reach out to you next.